the custom headlight man, I see.
Giving it a try. See what all the fuss is about.
This is a super dope spray booth. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna finish doing the RX8 wire harness on the car because I don't wanna do it where I just guess the length. I really wanna make it exactly the length that it needs to be. So I'm gonna go set up. I got a bunch of stuff. Every time I come down here, I only have about 4 hours max. So right now I have a little bit less than that. I'm just gonna try to bang this out, show you exactly how I make the harness.
About to leave, already packed.
Usually I will do this off the car and I'll just make like a universal, a specific length, maybe 8 feet wide, and just kind of tuck the excess wire wherever I can. It's just never a good idea to fold extra wire if you have the option to cut it to length and do it right. So I've got a couple of these little waterproof connectors. And these are gonna solder onto the back of the headlights as well as to the harness that I cut.
This section right here. Instead of just making this wire harness specific length, like from here to right here, I'm just gonna pull the bumper off and then we'll be able to see the exact routing of the wires so that if there's a couple little things that has to go around to just
keep it safe away from the heat, then that's what we'll do so that it'll be for this car custom instead of just kind of a universal fit, plug into place and then just group up the excess wire and zip tie it or something. It's usually better if you don't have to do that. Normally I have my whole soldering iron stationed, but in this case, especially when I'm somewhere where I'm not used to all my tools being where they normally are at, I just went and I picked this thing up. These are actually super easy to use. I used to use this thing for years, but the tips eventually burn out and then the whole thing goes bad. You can't just replace the tip. This is something that I would recommend if you're not doing a lot of soldering. Just get this. You can even turn it on, let the soldering tip get all hot, and then unplug it and walk up and use it stationary without any wires hooked up. That's probably what I'm gonna do today. So this will probably be something that I'm using a lot more often in videos when I'm outside the shop. I think it's a good tool. They have some line marks that they haven't cut yet. So I don't know if they want to do that before I pull this or not. Just to make sure alignment's good. Let's go find out.
Yeah, on the front up here, it looks a little bit more aggressive than the cut on that side, which is why I asked. You can see the line kind of goes further.
Yeah, we should be good. If there's any cutting that we have to do, you're right, we might have to cut more of this. We'll mask off the headlights.
Right. I didn't care about that. I just didn't want to do it and pull it off if it's already all lined up the way you want it to be.
Try to, do you need to remove some of this to
I
get
was just
this
gonna
up?
pull the bumper, that's all.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So I can see the factory harness actually goes through this tube from behind there. So I'm gonna try to just snake everything back through there. It'll be invisible. There'll be no need to make it look pretty like with wire loom, and it should be right where the rest of the wires are. Yeah, so this is only 5 feet. It probably would have been closer to 8 feet if I'd have just made it universal. So it'll definitely keep things cleaner. Well, normally these things are super handy because you just hook them up to the battery. They're too small for the RX8. It's got a weird battery. The fact that it's like right in the middle of the engine bay, kind of strange. Those things are too big, so let's see what else I got around here. I need a pad. Oh, I have.
All right, here's how we're gonna route it. I'm gonna put the kill switch right here. It's gonna wrap around this little box. This is a little driver that we can stick to this. And then the power and ground, I will just go straight to the battery here. So I'm just gonna cut this and trim it down so that it doesn't have all this excess on there. And it finally terminates right here where we plug in the main controller. So, wow, what kind of sideways on? But yeah, you can see like any of the, like from here down, that's the stuff that me and Mickey were talking about, all those little crosshatch things. That's actually deep in the plastic.
We had premium like put a tint overlay or something to make it better.
Worse.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
So that was the hard part. All I had to do was really connect the wire harness to the first headlight, to the XK Chrome controller, and now the other one.
That was that. So that's our nice little connector. And then I just have to hook it up on this one and we're done.
A few minutes later.
All right, there they are. Put the bumper back on and we'll take a look at these things a little closer.
Put the place up. Put my face up.
Yeah, buddy. Check that out.
Why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you slapped me in the back.
Guys are in a meeting right now, so I'm gonna let them do their thing. I gotta get out of here and go back. But check this out. I love seeing all these different cars out here. All the crazy stuff that we're doing. Hey, that one's next. So, more to come.
Put the place up.